Students, greetings from Ensemble. We understand writing an essay is a difficult proposition, more so if it happens to be on an abstract topic. In the coming days, we will pick up a lot of abstract topics as well as other topical essays periodically so that you can enhance your understanding on such topics which require a lot of thinking. These discussions and explanations will help you meet the expectations of UPSC towards you. That is comprehension of the topic, organization of your thoughts, structure of your essay, language, expression, flow of language towards its natural conclusion and introduction. One of the first series happens to be discussion of some abstract topics which have been asked in Mains 2019. We have requested K. Siddhartha sir to guide us to complete this series for the sake of students. And we are very thankful to sir for having taken time to record and provide institute into writing essays.
Now, essay is a complete personality of yours. It's a complete personality that you're going to get reflected in the form of this essay. And when you're going to reflect it, it's the Ganzit, it's the whole that goes on to matter. Discuss this topic that is going to about neglect of primary health care and education in India are the reasons for its backwardness. We'll begin the discussion of this essay by talking about the concept of backwardness. Now, why exactly this is significant is because in general, most of these candidates will go on to talk about backwardness from an economic perspective. Now, there's nothing bad with it, except for the fact that when you go on to begin an essay from an economic perspective and completely and only from an economic perspective, the problem that you're going to create for yourself is that you're going to show to the examiner that your perception is very, very confined. That means you have a blinkered vision. That means your mindset is not able to think beyond the confines of something that is going to be associated with money, revenue, and so on and so forth. Agreed, economic backwardness can go on to be one of these components of backwardness, but it is not going to be all of it. It's like saying that finance is going to be, finance in the capital in the form of finance is significant, but most of the most difficult works in the whole of the world has been accomplished not because of finance. It has been achieved by social capital. And that means that despite the fact one may not go on to have a natural capital or financial capital, and only with the help of social capital a good amount of work has been done. So the concept of backwardness is associated with who are the people who can be considered as backward. Now, economically, you can go on to consider a person a backward who has a low per capita income, but that is only maybe 1% of the star of the story. Social backwardness is even more significant, that is an uncivilized behavior is going to be very significant. Maybe educational backwardness, that means a person may be literate, but he is not educated. A person may be literate and even to an extent having a higher degree, but the person doesn't go on to show respect to himself, to his own culture, to his own upbringing, to his own parents, and to anything. That is a sign of backwardness. And if a person is always going to be imitating in nature, having a herd mentality, that is also going to be backward. Backward people are not those people who are not literate. Backward people are those people who don't have values. Backward people are those people who are uncivilized. Backward people are those people who are very judgmental. Backward people are those people who are very arrogant. Backward people are all those people who go on to be laggards, who are not leaders. Consequently, the second part is the component of backwardness. That means this is something that can be classified. Economic components of backwardness will go on to comprise of GDP, that is gross domestic product, PCI, that is the per capita income. Both of them ultimately go on to get reflected in the productivity or may not be reflected in productivity also. And when we go on to say that may not be reflected in productivity, the hallmark of any developed region is the productivity of the people, the productivity of the work, the productivity of the mindset, the productivity of the social relationships, the productivity of anything one can go on to consider in this case. That is economic. The social component of backwardness goes on to be associated with the negativity part. That means you will always go on to find some people who are, come what may, will think negatively. This is largely because that is born out of their own experiences in the past, and that goes on to take its toll in the present as well. And that is a sign of social backwardness. That means the circumstances and the conditions surrounding that region are such that they are bound to think in a negative manner. They are bound to think that there is something intrinsically wrong. They don't have doubt, they have suspicion. That means an inbuilt assumption that there is something wrong. For example, if anyone has known the general psyche of the poor students in Mukherjee Nagar, some of these students who come to Mukherjee Nagar, they are very innocent, they are very talented, but the moment they start living in Mukherjee Nagar, they start imbibing the culture of that place and started becoming negative. And for everything they have a negative response. And now this is permeating in the second more important center in Rajendra Nagar as well.
Thanks for watching this video. Subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon for more such updates. Like and share the video and let us know your queries in the comment section below.